Tracks versus treads, which one is better? Yes and no. Both win, both lose. Let's get to the table. When it comes to sand, when it comes to mud, so long as the drive cog right here doesn't slip, the tracks are far superior. But how much more superior as compared to a fairly aggressive treaded tire? When it comes to rocks, the treaded tire, usually the compounds are better. The tire can absorb the edges of the rocks and perform better than the tracks. But how much? Let's get outside and find out. Before we even hit the first obstacle, the dirt pile, the tracks have a lot more rolling resistance. They take a lot more power, higher amperage just to turn them. Also, the tracks, the drive wheel is fairly small, so that's going to be your rollout. So we're not going to have a lot of speed with this. 3800 kV Castle with a Copperhead ESC. Now the first climb is going to be a crawl, just to see how far we can go with the tracks. I went right into a hole over there. We're going to actually back up and take it a little bit more this way. So that's about as high as we're going to go with the tracks. Now I'm going to throttle it. All right, let's see what we got here. Nice slow crawl. The lack of flotation from the treads and those big old cleats, pretty evident. Really evident already. All right, let's back up and hit it. Well, would you look at that? One more throttle up. Got it that time. Let's hit this. All that extra speed makes a huge difference. And that noise you're hearing are the tires rubbing on the body. It's sitting pretty darn low. Another sand crawl, nice and slow. The contact patch, the flotation, everything of the paddles is just so far superior as compared to most tires. Let's see if these can slow crawl to the wall. Probably going to have the same results as the other dirt pile. Let's see here though. Looking pretty good. They are digging. Looks like that's going to be it though. Oh, they may touch. The bumper is on the wall. Nice. Traction on the wood. Not so good. See what we got here? Huh? Not much better, huh? Oh. There we go. Traction on the rocks. Well, let's see. Now these have a tendency to not pull so well. And also when you do get them up and the treads actually get into the rocks, it'll have a tendency to jack the thing around and you won't get some climbs. It'll just simply skip for the most part. Now watch this right here. See where you're in a pinch? Watch this tread right here. Not such a good thing. See what the tires have got. I'm actually on the rear bumper. Got that. General driving on the tracks, it's okay, but you get into situations where they don't do quite like they're supposed to. Like over here, versus rather than just grabbing it and climbing up, you can see how the little roller wheel up front It's really bound into there. So that's not the ideal thing to go here. Also, steering takes a lot more juice to turn, and amazingly enough, I still have the stock servo in this somehow. Let's see if we can follow the same path. Now these tires are absorbing beautifully. See if I can get over here. Got the same pinch going on. Tires just walk right up it. I did not adjust any gearing for the larger tires or any of that stuff, so that's why it's quite a bit faster. Now, when you're in gaps like this right here, having all that contact patch and tread and flotation can actually bridge some of the gaps in the rocks. As where the tracks have the ability to bridge gaps and holes, tires have a tendency to fall right down into them. And so you can actually end up with some issues. Just takes a repositioning of the tires. For general driving purposes, let's try these. If there are physical edges that a tread like this can actually grab, that can be pretty darn good. I'll have to see if we can get something going here. Now, the tread on this, the rubber compound obviously is not as soft as most of your tires, and that's doing really good. That's so the paddles on the treads, the extreme nature of these treads, they don't fall over. Got to reposition here. Yeah, see, we don't have the traction like what the tires would have in this situation. They're doing everything they can. And also you can throw a tread on one of these as well. We made it up. Now let's check something out here. Oh, look at that. See the bridge that they just had right there? Now look at this. Added height up front. The belly didn't even come close to touching that. This is interesting. Now let's see if we can not flip over here. Oh, this right here is something to look at. Look at how this tread is skipping really bad right there. Oh, not going to make that one safely. Let's see what we can do. Now there is a tricky spot on this, and I know it catches the tires. I didn't really think about it with the treads because they just really did way better than what I thought here. They really did, and I'm in a bad situation there. See if we can make the pull up. Nope. This may not be something for this truck. It may not have the proper balance to get this. Let's see here. All right, so we're making some progress here, but here comes the tricky spot. And that tricky spot is with the rear left. And you hear that castle just screaming in there, can't you? Man, that thing is just not wanting to make that, is it? Maybe if I get the back end over a little bit. I don't think the back end is going to come over. The only way I may have to get this is just to try to throttle it and see if I can get lucky, because it's just gonna just not work out. This back corner right here is just such a tricky spot for the tires. Nope. I don't think we're gonna get up this. We'll give it another try here. All right, I'm gonna try to just throttle it a little bit. Oh, hey, look at that. Had to hit the throttle at just the right time. Now the tracks, they had a lot more ground clearance in this, didn't they? All right, we made it up to it. Well, I'm missing the ground clearance of the tracks. See, we're all into the skid as well. Ugh, not looking so good. Ugh, rough one here, aren't we? All right, we're not going to get that one, are we? You know, aside from a few hiccups, these tracks, they held their own really, really good. I mean, obviously they're going to do better in things like sand, mud, and snow for everybody up north. I mean, that's what they're meant for, right? The skipping, we got to see some of that in the rocks. When you're coming down and that thing just kind of pushes like that, it doesn't work out so well for the tracks. The tires are much better in that situation. But heck, the rollout. See how small that is? It's about like a 1.9. It's about a 2-inch wheel, so it's a lot slower than what these are, because the larger tires travel further per revolution. These are like small tires, okay? But I guess I'll give it to the tires. I mean, they did go up the hill really good, but I believe that was more of the rollout, the more speed that it has with the larger tire. I mean, crawling up the sand, the tracks worked by far the best. But the one climb up Gap of Death, the tires got it. These didn't. But these got the one climb all the way up over. Didn't make it down, but I don't know. I'm at a loss of words here. I almost think this is a wash. I mean, if you're going to be in the sand and all that stuff, then the tracks are going to be it. Trail, you guys decide. I'm not sure who won, because they both had really, really good wins in this. They both had losses. But you know what? You guys decide, because I know I'm putting the tracks back on this. That's for sure. Guys, I'm going to go and finish this up. I'm long-winded. I have no idea what to even contemplate what I just saw. Check that description. Use those links. Hit that subscribe. Ring that bell. Which one do you think? Guys, y'all have a great one. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see. Also for channel memberships, if you guys want to be a part. Channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.